What's up, everyone? It's Gabbie Trades here, and welcome back to the Coin Bureau Trading channel. Crypto at max fear, and the Fed is divided. So this is what we're gonna look at today. But before we get rolling, you guys, you know what to do. Make sure to smash that like button and click the small bell notification so you always get notified when one of us is live here with you. How is everyone doing? We have Philip Dickens, the first person in the chat box today. Who else is gonna come and say hi to me while I arrange my screens? Backstage, let me know, is the sound okay? Are we good to go? Maybe we can make it a little bit louder. Hello, Andy. Hello, everyone. SMC, love it. Smart money concepts, let's go. We are good. Backstage is very, very helpful. Love it. All right, cool. Let's not look at my Twitter because there's nothing interesting on there. So we're gonna go ahead with the latest. So we're gonna jump straight into it. So finally, data, right? We're seeing some data coming in. We had the government shut for so long, you guys, I don't need to tell you that. So yeah, NFP. So we've been expecting that for quite a while. Anyway, we just had them, they came up. Average life not showing. What does that mean? Backstage, I don't understand. Are we good? Everyone says we're good. Everyone says we're good. So I'm just gonna trust what everyone is saying. Okay, all right, cool. Yes, so all right, so we had the average hourly earnings over here, minus 0.2, and then we had expectations forecast for 0.3. So that's obviously cooler than expected. What is that? Well, that means that it's kind of disinflationary at the moment. It means that wage growth, it's wage growth slowing down, right? That's what it means because it's 0.2. So you know, it's in a way it's disinflationary because there is less upward pressure on inflation, and that is not too bad when you're looking at the rate cuts, right? When you're looking at the Fed making decisions, that will make him feel a little bit more comfortable, right? So markets usually like this. We should get a risk on reaction out of this, all right? But it's not the only thing that we got. Of course, obviously, we had non-farm employment change. Now we had 119K came in versus expectations of 53K. So that's much stronger than we expected, and that's pretty much the main surprise that we got from these reports today. So that's obviously a big beat, and it means that the labor market is kind of resilient. So what does that mean? Well, it's also kind of you know, it adds inflationary pressure. So we're getting mixed signals now because one is disinflationary, the other one is inflationary, and it's gonna push the Fed, right? The rate cuts for later, right? So it's essentially promoting the Fed to stay cautious, okay? And then, of course, we had the unemployment rates 4.4%, so that's higher than expected, right? With slightly, but still higher than expected, and that's going to be our second disinflationary signal, because when unemployment is rising, that means that the labor market is cooling. So, you know, he is going to the Fed's views on that, on rising unemployment, is going to be kind of like a sign to hey, maybe I should avoid staying too tight for too long. So as you can see, we're getting a mixed bag of you know, of things, but it's leaning more dovish. Like the reports are leaning more dovish, because when you think about it, wages and unemployment are gonna matter way more for inflation rather than the NFP on its own, right? So hey, good morning, everyone. Love to see everyone here. Did you guys like the video? I want every single one from you to like this video. So if we have, I think 65 people we need to have 65 likes right now. So yeah, it seems that hiring is happening, but layoffs are slowing somewhere else, right? So labor market is loosening, inflation pressures are easing from what we can see right now. So, you know, as an investor, you're looking at this and you're gonna you're gonna think, okay, the labor market is softening, so maybe the Fed is on track to cut rates. So that's not necessarily a bad report just before the rate cuts expectations. So yeah. Yesterday we had, was it yesterday? Yes, Wednesday we had the Fed's minutes, which was very important. So the Fed came in and he was also fighting AI, which was crazy, right? And I think there is a reason for that. And I read this article and I kind of like it. So over here, basically Barclays is saying that the AI is the primary force that is driving the economics and the economy and the markets right now, which is true. We agree on that. We're on the same page for that. So, but they're still, warning that if the AI narrative breaks, that is going to, spill over the equity valuations, and it's going to wipe trillions in wealth, honestly, and they say it might trigger a recession as well. And they think that that's going to happen even if the Fed is preparing for future rate cuts, and even if the Fed continues to support growth and growth in AI sectors, it will still trigger some sort of massive reaction. And I think that's the reason why Fed was also trying to clean his name yesterday by saying that, yeah, indeed, this might happen, right? Even if I continue to cut rates, whatever the hell I do, if they start slipping over, there is going to be a massive effect overall on the markets. But yeah, besides that, the Fed is divided. They have different opinions in office of whether they should cut rates or not. Actually, after the news, I haven't seen what are the odds now. We have 20 days left, you guys. 20 days left. 58.4%. Okay, well, it would be nice if the number continues to grow, but still we have 20 days left now to see what's going to happen. But yeah, like I keep saying, word on Wall Street is that there will be rates. So that's what we're hoping, indeed. Hello, Monkey Van. Hello, everyone. So I want to make sure that 70 people here have liked the video before we move on to the charts, because we have a lot to talk about today. Okay, for the charts, you guys. And of course, make sure to check the description box for all the good offers that Coin Bureau Trading has for you. And all right, so no, stop it. Stop it right now. Hold on. Do not break my equipment. Yes, we're back with my rescue here on the show, and I'm just gonna push her gently. I say rescue every time, not because I want to be important, because I want to encourage every person out there that watches here to get a rescue, to save, to do these things. I think it's quite cool to do that rather than just buy from farms or whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna jump straight into it, you guys. By the way, you can also follow my main YouTube channel if you haven't done that. There is a link in the description box for that as well, where I go live every day. And Bitcoin, cool. So last time we saw each other on Tuesday. Let's go on the daily. Let's actually close some tabs here so we don't get any disruption. So yeah, we saw each other on Tuesday. So the bias on Tuesday was very clear. I told you guys what the plan is. The plan was to buy up to true week open, de-risk at true week open. Then on Wednesday you weren't here, but I was on my main YouTube channel, my own YouTube channel. Then I said again, pretty much the same thing, using the RTM model. This was the entry down here, de-risk at true week open, only scalps. That's it. That's really everything you can do here, because overall you're bearish, right? So same thing for today. Unfortunately, we opened bearish even before reaching the true week open. We were actually already at true week open. We opened bearish, and there we go. We're selling off right now. But today there wasn't really a trade, to be honest. So I don't feel like I missed out on anything, right? Rate cuts coming 100%. Yes, Martian Earthlink agrees. You guys, yeah, I think so too. I honestly think so. So yeah, this is the thing, right? We have reached finally the daily support. This is what we were talking about on Tuesday, that this drop over here was not convincing. The reason for that is because we didn't really reach our zone of interest, our first zone of interest, which was 89K. So then we had expectations that this is going to occur over here. Now that we're continuously being bearish and we can't beat the true week open and use it as support, that is going to entail that we potentially are going to retest that level at the very least, or drop down to our ultimate level of hold. Okay, that is literally the last line in the sand, you guys, before we start dropping way more substantially than we want. Okay, so the level's most probably going to hold. I'm very positive. I think that you know, we're experiencing quite a similar thing that we did back in April over here, where everyone completely utterly lost their, you know, faith in everything after so long, after being in such a chop for so long, and then we just started selling off, and then chop again March, all the way through March, and then April, you know, we finally bottomed like that at an area, at an interest, right? Area of interest, true year open. You guys know, if you don't know the RTM model, I made a very easily digestible course for you guys. You can find the link in the description box. But yeah, that's how I catch the moves every day, quarterly, whatever the hell I want. This model has made it easy for me to do that. So I'm pretty confident about the markets at any single point I'm looking at them. So yeah, right now this is the situation. There is not much confirmation. Even if you look like on the 12-hour time frame, you have a nice candle, right? If you look on the 12-hour time frame and you look at the last bullish candle that spiked down into the daily SR flip zone over here, it looks good, right? It looks good. If you look at the candle, first impression is good. If you look deeply in the candle, in terms of delta, it also looks good. But if you look on the daily, it's kind of like a different story, right? And I prefer the daily over that, over the 12-hourly. So over here, the expectations now are the following, right? We continue to reject from true week open. Today there were no trades unless you wanted to punch short from true week open, because we were bearish at the beginning, but you don't know that because I shared that in my own Discord. But my point is, you wait for daily close, right? You want to see some sort of a daily close that's strong. You want to see a daily close that's at least currently above 93K. That's what you want to see. And the daily close is currently not providing that. So, you know, how is this going to go for me? Well, and I knew that at the beginning of the day, it's going to go the following. Do I want to short today? Do I feel like shorting? If I want to short, I short. If I don't want to, I simply wait for today to close. But then what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Do I trade on Friday? No, I don't. Do I trade on the weekend? No, I don't. So that means I need to wait to next week, potentially Monday or Tuesday. Unless something really interesting happens tomorrow on Friday that could give me confidence to enter in a trade. So far, that's not the case. All right, so far that's not the case. Most importantly, we have 89K. I gave you guys the level, right? So I say every time here when we're together, I say make screenshots of these levels, listen to what I'm saying, and then you do you, right? So anyways, so if you weren't able to catch a trade around here after watching my streams, that's honestly on you. And that's what I said also in my main channel today. Literally the same thing, because that's just reality, right? So yeah, are we clear on Bitcoin? I think we pretty much are. We want to close above 93, then we're going to have to close above 95.5, just like we said on Tuesday. But now the target obviously gets lower and lower every single time we see each other, because we are in a continuously bearish distribution. There is absolutely nothing that is confirming here of trend reversal on any time frame you want to look at. You know, 4-hour time frame, I don't recommend to look at the 4-hour time frame when you're having such a huge correction and trend to the downside. You want to be looking at least the daily time frame. Okay, so here's a tip for you. So yeah, we know our important zones down here. Why are these zones so important? I teach that in the course. Like I said, I'm not going to go and you know, educate you right now. on everything I do. But point is, this price action is weak and we haven't got currently any confirmation. The first confirmation is going to be trading above 93, second confirmation trading above 95.5, etc, etc. There is so much work to be done, and honestly, you guys, if this reverse happens, true month open, which is 104.6 something, is going to be the first area, you know, around the daily support, a little bit above it. These areas could reject, so just be kind of aware of that, you know. Share this and spread the word. Thank you guys, thank you so much. All right, you know what I'm gonna do right now? Oh no, I don't want to open CapCut. Come on, why did I pin CapCut? Why did I pay for CapCut? That's the thing, I paid like a whole monthly subscription, sorry, yearly, and I'm not even going to use that. Why did I do it? Don't ask me, honestly don't know. Because I saw someone in Coin Bureau office use it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get it as well. And now why did I do it? Anyway, we have 74 people watching and 34 likes now, 34 likes including my like. So we need at least 26 likes over here, you guys. I don't know what you're doing, but we need that. Okay, sorry, 36. So yeah, 36 more likes over here. Make sure to check all the offers that Coin Bureau Trading has for you. Okay, and then make sure to follow my main YouTube channel if you haven't, because you're gonna need to follow that soon, trust me. Okay, trust me. Cool. So now that we're all good on Bitcoin, shall we proceed to Ethereum? And also let me know if you have any altcoins that you want me to look at while we're here together. While we're here together, let me know. Dan Schroeder, but I don't like what's happening in the price action. He's like, I press the like, but I don't like what's happening in the price action. I understand that. Yeah, it's not something that you need to like or hate. You just need to kind of disassociate with it completely and just trade, right, on a daily basis. Like, we've managed to have only scalps this week, and that's something, right? If you manage to extract in the market at any point, you have made a win. Do you understand? 99% of the people are losing. Okay, so yeah, just need you to be positive. All right, let's have a look at Ethereum. Ugly, disgusting. We had a close below 3,500. That was nightmare, right? When I was calling that up here, when we were trading $4,000, $4,200, and when I was calling for 3,500 Ethereum, people said I'm crazy, you know. And now that I've said it, that it's happened, people come back and tell me, oh my god, you didn't say that, you said there you were bullish. No, I know exactly what I said, and you're just like being not gonna say what. Anyways, so yeah, here we are at our major zone of interest. Same thing with Ethereum, right? What we discussed, what we're discussing on Tuesday. This was the low that we were at. GC right here, that was the low, and what did we say? That low hasn't touched our zone at 2,900, so I don't trust that low. Bitcoin wasn't at our zone of interest. Ethereum wasn't at our zone of interest, so it didn't really make sense, and that's why we were expecting another drop down, and here it is, right? Here it is. So that makes more sense now. Thank you. But is this candle weak? Well, no, because it's a red, you know, bearish candle. So it's going to be very easy for you to oh, someone's requesting me to look at EURUSD. You know, it was my favorite forex pair to trade, EURUSD. I loved it. I absolutely loved trading that. I'll just like spend hours on it. Anyway, so yeah, here it is, right? Bearish candle, you can see it without even looking further more into it. Yes, it has a wick. Yes, taken a lot of liquidity. Yes, in a zone of interest, but as a singular sort of confirmation, you can't use that right now. You need way more than that. All right, you need way more than that. You need to trade at least above 3,120. With a daily close, which you don't have right now. So, you know, are you in an area of interest for buys? Absolutely, 1000%. If you buy right now on a high leverage, you need to understand that this is very, very risky, and that things might change fast. And if you look on the 4-hour time frame, you can see very well where the resistance is at 3050. And you can see that currently you're bearishly rejecting it, right? You're bearishly rejecting. So yeah, but the good thing about ETH is on a 4-hour time frame, we know that we're gonna get 3600. So wouldn't it be nice to catch it down here? Even after confirmation, there's gonna be a low, there's gonna be an entry, right? So yeah, at least that we have forward to look to 3665. These kind of things, the triangular formations, the liquidity, the daily support, the weekly support, SR flips zone, support resistance zone, you know, the 4-hourly, the 1-hourly, the 15-minute, all of these things you get with my trading indicators. If you guys don't have my trading indicators, you are missing out. I'm telling you, anything you do and you don't listen to me, you are missing out big time. You know, just because you watch me, just because you're my audience as well as, you know, that's chosen to watch me from CoinBureau trading channel, I feel kind of like, you know, that's why I'm pushing you, because I want the people that are watching me, that are interested in my content, in order for you to use that value that I'm giving you to the max, you need these tools, which I've made extremely affordable for you guys. And honestly, I didn't even want to do it, right? It just happened that I did it because I was requested to. First time here, but I feel like you don't BS. No, I don't BS. For sure, I don't BS. Love your content, Gabbie. Great data. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you're finding it useful. Like I said, I'm here giving you daily. And this is the one thing I keep saying since I started CoinBureau Trading Channel. Go and backtest every single thing I've said on a weekly basis here for you guys. And you tell me how many times I was correct, how many times I was wrong. You go ahead and do it. Do the work, because I know. So yeah, you know, I think we've done a brilliant job here is what I'm trying to say. And we've given lots of value for which I'm very proud of, you know, but I obviously know what I can do and what I can't do. Solana, it's actually outperforming at the moment, which is kind of interesting. Okay, it's kind of interesting, but what else is also very interesting is that it's still rejecting our zones, right? So we have 144.58, and you look the way that is bearishly retesting and it's rejecting. That's not particularly a great sign. All right, so that's the first thing that I want to understand over here. I kind of like these kind of candles when they come like that with lots of wicks at areas of interest. That is telling me that there is a massive fight happening in this sort of area between bulls and bears, which is essentially what we want to see now. We want to see blood on the streets. We want to see them fight, and we want to see the bulls winning. That's what we're here for. Okay, on a weekly time frame, Solana looks absolutely terrible. I'm not gonna hide it from you guys. It looks very bad. It looks in such a way that it's giving me vibes that even if we start reversing from here, the chances of Solana breaking $300 are just getting slimmer with the minute, right? So yeah, I'll be very careful with that, right? I'll be very careful with that. Bulls haven't won yet. They haven't. No, they haven't. Definitely not. They haven't done anything. I just want to also caution you, right? What's happening with USDT dominance and what I said and what I will continue saying. It's imperative for USDT dominance to smash the area of 6.242. Make a screenshot. Let's talk about it when it happens. I've seen it happening so many times. Let's talk about it, okay? But that's the area that you wanna see USDT dominance slash initially, right? And then you have could wicked very fast, very whatever. Could not even reach the area to the second POI, but these are sort of the areas that you want to look at, right? 6.24, 6.5 to 6.7. So once we reach here, now we start paying very close attention to everything and to what's happening in the markets. Okay. What do we have here? Sorry, we had Aster. What else? Do we have any other altcoin requests here that you guys want? No, why did I hate that when that happens. Down 6.5% on the day. 12 hourly looks nasty as usual. This is what we said. We were talking about it. We were discussing how all of this, all of this internal liquidity was quite nice to be swept by this low. So that was pretty much the first nicest area that you could potentially log along over here, but they've made it increasingly hard. These sort of formations are very hard to trade. So yeah, it would have been a punt here from an area of interest, but if you wanted a confirmation, you would have probably longed from over here with confirmation, right? So it's like, what are you really doing? And now you're sort of reversing. So is this really going to continue? Is this just another rotation point and then continue up? I honestly don't know, because I have a 12-hour liquidity here to look forward to, and that's stressing me out. And to be honest, I'm not very fond of, I mean, it's fine, right? It's fine. You have reached an ultimate area of interest. Can you go back and retest it by taking this low? Yes, you can. And then probably, most likely you're going to reverse. So that's definitely true. But, currently at the moment, yeah, you're kind of, you do want to protect that level, right? You do want to protect that level and just rotate. What does that mean? Well, that means just continue that bullish rotation up, right? But if you lose it, if you lose that level, would it be worth to seek a short? Probably. Yeah, probably. So hi everyone, how many people are watching us? First of all, I want to say check the offers that Coin Bureau Trading has for you guys over here. Make sure to follow my main YouTube channel where I go live every day. We have way more content over there as well. And get the trading course. I highly recommend. It's just the code for discount is waitlist40. Okay. Trading indicators, range more. Yeah, that's everything that I was supposed to say. So yeah, kind of important to hold. Not an area where I particularly want to get involved at the moment. Is it merely delayed? Dan, this is a strange bull run. Bitcoin, all of the crypto really have never faced macroeconomics like this. I think QE is inevitable. It is merely delayed. I mean, yeah, they haven't confirmed it, right? They say they're going to end QT. That's not confirming that there's going to be QE to start with. But yeah, most probably inevitable. Brodek location, top of the morning from California, Gabs. Hi, Brodek. Hello. So glad to see you, mate, back on the Coin Bureau Trading channel over here. So we discussed Bitcoin, we discussed Ethereum, we discussed Aster. Do you guys, can we look at AVAX? Okay, I actually did this morning on my channel as well. AVAX. So weekly is kind of looking, it is at levels for sure, definitely at levels, kind of, weekly is looking fine, honestly. Like even the retrace was terrible. When you look at the weekly time frame, you're like, okay, maybe we still have a chance, but I mean, this is just, it's nothing for now. You have absolutely no confirmation to go long here whatsoever, besides that you are at one of three levels, right? You're you're in between $17 and $14. So we had a level at 17, it didn't hold, proved as resistance. Now you're basically at $14. Are you going to reverse at $14? Currently you're just at the level, you don't have any confirmation to go long whatsoever. The first confirmation you want to look at is Ethereum, of course, ETH BTC as well, right? Second level of interest 11.8 for AVAX. Like, are tokens like Woo just dead for good? The website still works fine and the company is still making money, but no one cares about the token. That's what Dan's Universe says. Honestly, I don't know. Was Woo an exchange or something? What was Woo? I don't even remember. I know they have a coin, but I'm not really a fundamentals coin person. I don't read white papers. I don't care about them. I just see the charts and that's how I kind of evaluate what I want to do. And if something pumps because whoa, there was like such a great technology behind it that I don't understand anything about, well, okay, fine. But yeah, I don't necessarily need a degree in crypto. I've studied enough for trading and that's what I care about. So yeah, I honestly don't know who is a trading platform. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, mate. I think it's probably just out of, yeah, hype, whatever. I don't see a lot of people using it, so I don't know. Sorry about that. Yeah, so what I wanted to say about AVAX is that on a weekly, it's like, oh my god, it can happen, please, maybe it can happen. Maybe we can get our $65 if something magically happens to all the alts and they start running, potentially. But until then, any bounces up here, $37, definitely a de-risk area. If you believe that a lot more is gonna happen, after $35, maybe you can leave a runner, right? But yeah, there is eventually $65. I don't know when, but it should come. Ding ding dong, market open. That's what Philip said. We have near. Am I missing anything right now? I don't think I am. Near 2.3. Yeah, near is pretty much in between levels. It's been in that range since the beginning of the year. So it's kind of funny, right? Oh my god, it's actually hilarious that we are literally in November and people have been requesting the near chart from me since February, okay, where we entered in March in this range and we haven't, and I've been reviewing it almost every week since, and it's just been here. It's actually crazy. So yeah, you have enough to confirm. You had way before to confirm that this is, you know, a massive range formation. $3 again, only with my indicators can you find that without having to use your own eyes. You can have the $3 over here and then you have the $2.2 down here. These are the areas that you're interested in. So yeah, near, is it at a good level? It definitely is. Is it gonna break $3? I honestly have no idea. It hasn't been able to break it since March. Okay, since March. So does it have the potential? Absolutely. We have double liquidity formation on near. We can go up to $9. It's possible. It's possible. Near is far. Yes. You guys, have you liked the video? We have 60 people here. Everyone's chatting in the chat box. How many likes do we have? We need at least 60 likes. Okay, we need 60 likes, you guys. And check again, like I said, everything in the description box. All the offers, my main YouTube channel, the courses, the trading indicators, everything you need to get you going is there. What was I looking for? Dash. Okay. Yes, thank you guys. Yes, like the video. Okay. I think I looked at Dash. Let's first assess where is it rejecting from on a monthly. Perfect place for a short on a monthly. Looks absolutely prime. Anyways, we're not short. So yeah, it doesn't look bad, honestly. Like genuinely, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. This was your area to break $71, 71.81. That's broken now. It has been retested, so its price continues to retest that area. This was a really brilliant retest, actually, this here. Definitely. On many fronts, this was a very good long from down here. Okay, so that's on the weekly. Let's see the daily. With the daily, when I look at it, right, and you see this relatively equal lows, you do understand that if you don't hold this level, if you lose it, you're probably going to drop down, clear these lows, and retest potentially around the $50 to $55 zone, or $60 to $55 zone, I'd say. That's probably going to be your next area of interest. If price is going to hold on Dash. So anyways, I hope all of this was very helpful for you guys. I love being here with you and reviewing all the charts. Oh yeah, I forgot, sorry. Okay, fine, we'll do Ondo. Sorry, I was going to escape. I'm getting thirsty. Crazy. All right, cool. This liquidation like completely screwed all my ranges and everything. Is just so, why liquidation? Why did you have to go to literally the only order block I have on my chart and reject? Like, why did you have to do that? Oh my god, and perfectly respect also the, you know, the equilibrium of that candle. Insane. How does that happen? Anyway, so this was liquidity. That's gone now. Thanks, liquidation. That's on a monthly. Let's do weekly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're kind of like retabbing to, like, you're creating a double bottom here at the kind of, if we're ignoring this this wick, it's very hard to do anything with that sort of wicks. It's just, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look very great at the moment, to be honest. Daily, hold on, let's look at daily. Oh, so this now is going to be resistance. So resistance up until like 0.7. So let's just keep the buy zone here for now. That's fine. You have a level over here on the daily. That's literally your last level of defense. Otherwise, you're just on a free fall down here. Very not amazing if that happens. But see, on a daily, if you start closing dailies above 0.55, you might give it a shot. You know what I mean? Obviously, you need to do a lot of things in here, but it's not going to be a bad shot if that happens. So yeah, because you're literally at the last level of support for Ondo down here. And then if you can trade this up to 0.64, then trade it up to you know, the following levels, just go level by level. 0.64, then 0.84, 0.8, 0.84. Lots of resistance here. And in terms of targets, honestly, like maybe 1.2. I'd prefer to look that on a weekly. Yeah, I'd say 1.2 for sure. 1.22, 1.2 as targets. I don't see anything else, unfortunately, for now on Ondo. But yeah, it's at a very extreme zone. So I'd kind of hope that today closes bullish, and then it's probably one of the ones that I would consider. I asked my mate, reckons he's buying a Lambo from it. Oh, I mean, maybe. It depends. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, to be fair. Euro. Let's have a look at the EURUSD. Yeah, so at a level of resistance right now. But this is higher time frame. 0.230 was pretty much, you know, a long standing buy zone, so it's just like on a buy grind here. So eventually you're looking at 1.25 for EURUSD, so obviously that's going to take a lot of time, but yeah, overall bullish on that. At a level of support right now, so it's naturally manipulating in this area. That's on a weekly. This has pretty much been sort of like the dealing range over here. This range. So that's what you're working with on Euro at the moment. I think I had a small trade over here, a tiny buy. Yeah, and that was it. I haven't really touched it for a bit, to be fair. But I like this area for a reaction. And I like this area for reaction the same way I like this area for reaction, right? So you see what happened over here. You had a little bit of a bounce. Potential for something similar to happen like that right now, on a daily. Oh yeah, definitely. I like this area a lot for a buy, 1000%. So I think the first level that I would potentially de-risk is kind of right now if I was in today. And then yeah, you're looking for this level to be retested up here, 1.15. All right, but this is clearly bearish distribution right now. So even if it kind of like, even if it comes up to this area, you want to be continuously looking for a short, right, in here if it happens. And then again, you're looking for a buy, or if it breaks, you're looking to continue to buy it up until the targets, right? Lots of targets to the upside, so definitely bullish on EURUSD. You're welcome, you guys. You are welcome. I shall see you next week on Tuesday for our following stream and new biases, new weeks. Like I said, you guys, make sure to like this video if you haven't, and I shall see you in the next one.